Welcome to On Point with Cristina. I'm Cristina Palamek and I will be your host. This morning I'd like to welcome you to the Carver Center, which is in a very historical part of Jacksonville Beach, Florida. I'll be interviewing Ms. Latoya Thomas, who is the director of the center, and I must say the reason I'm here this morning is because I have been very impressed over the past year that I've been interacting. And I know where your contributions go, I know how food is distributed, and I know most of all that these people really do care about the children, about the community, and Jacksonville as a whole. Soon they'll be reaching out for contributions to help continue the center, to give to families who are in need, to supply educational materials. Sometimes grants don't go through on time. Sometimes when a grant does go through, you have enough, but you don't have enough. Sometimes you have to ask for just a little more support. So today, if you stick with me, we're going to find out some more about this historical community, the people in it, the people at the Carver Center, and what they're doing. Stay tuned to Life and keep learning. Be back with you in just a few minutes. We're going to go inside and talk to Ms. Thomas.
Yes, this is Sierra Highgrove.
Sierra. Thank you, Sierra. I appreciate that. I didn't have my crew today. What can I say? But I'm really excited. So the Carver Center, we're inside now, and we're going to give it a few minutes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to take a little tour. And this is obviously your office. It's very nice. I love it. All these pictures, are these like kids and stuff that you...
They're my guy kids, and some of them are children that has actually went here at one point in time.
So they've come up through your tutelage.
Yes, yes.
Very, very cool. So I see they're bringing little graduation pictures and stuff.
They're going to kindergarten, so I'm so excited.
Wow.
Best time of the
Give
year.
them a job. Okay, so this room out here, obviously, you have a lot of chairs and tables in this room. And
this is our multi-purpose room.
Okay.
It acts as our homework space. It also acts as our food eating room. We have snacks for the kids. Our Christmas dinner is also played in here.
Oh, we have Christmas dinner?
Yes, we have a Christmas dinner every year.
Wow.
And we feed the families. We normally have an associate that comes in and they prepare the food for us, and we just come and fellowship. This is a fellowship time. And to celebrate Christmas, of course. Okay, so this is interesting. Come over here. I want to talk about this for a minute. Can you just stay right there and just let me talk with her about this? Because it's important. What I'm doing is I'm trying to help you get some more funding to get the community and the world involved with this center. Because I've been with you, I was saying earlier in my introduction, for about a year. Right. And I know her. This is not hearsay. I'm not a hearsay kind of girl. I want to know what you do, who you are, where your funding goes, and who it helps. Okay? So we've talked about this room. You've got enough chairs and tables. Do you need more chairs and tables for this room? We definitely need more chairs, more tables. That would be a plus. Especially when we have events and functions, we don't have enough to sit everybody at a time, so now we have to rotate them. But the more the merrier. Okay, so if you have this, can we get a look at some of these tables, just regular, normal height tables here? So I'm 5'8", so I guess the normal adult or child can sit at this table. Right. So if any of you have tables or chairs to donate, that would be helpful. You've got enough room here probably for about 3 or 4 more at least. Yes. Yeah, so you have cabinet space and all kinds of cool stuff. What else can you use to make this room a little more effective for the children or adults? Okay. Books or what would you need? Well, we definitely always need books because literacy is very important here. But most importantly, what I'm trying to do is we're trying to develop something that we can get more computers, because this is a computer-generated community now, and that's the era that everyone's going into. But we do not have enough computers. We only have at least 5 in our computer lab. Let me show you. Okay, let's go look at the computer lab. This is our computer lab, and it's basically used every day. But we have to manage to just have enough kids in here at a time, and it's not enough. So you've only got 6 computers that I see. That's definitely not enough. That's not. So how much do you have room for? Maybe 2 or 3 more? We can get 2 or 3 more in here. We can also put some in the multi-purpose room as well, because there are ports for them.
Okay, so we need more computers.
Yeah.
Computer screens, computers, flat screens especially, that would make more room, obviously.
Right.
And a few more chairs obviously are needed.
I would love to do something with Apple. I know we were talking about Apple once before. I would love to maybe get like a contract with Apple and see if we can get Apple computers, just because Apple is more up to date
Absolutely.
than HP. HP is great, don't get me wrong, but Apple is more of the area that we're trying to go into. They just have the product, they produce the most software. They're just actually a very good product.
Okay.
I'd say so myself.
Awesome. Okay. So definitely more computers. And
Yes.
what else do we have? What else do we have going on?
We have restrooms over here. I'm going to show you into our kitchen area.
Okay. Now, what about kitchen utensils and things like that?
Yes,
Plates and
always.
cups and-
Plate, cup, plastic is better because it's easy for us to throw away.
Okay. Plastic. We need plastic cups and plates.
Plastic cups and plates.
Oh wow, this is nice. It's
kitchen
huge.
area. Yes.
Very nice.
We actually use the kitchen during the summer for the summer lunch program that we host here. We also use it for, like I said, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Anytime we have events, we use this kitchen. We've also host a web series in the kitchen as well.
I can do
A
this.
cooking class has been done here. Cooking class has been done here. We've got chairs posted up right here.
Really?
And the instructor does the cooking lessons and teaching. And it was actually a healthy lesson. So about healthy eating and vegan foods.
So I didn't even know that you had that kind of thing going on. And this is a huge kitchen. It's
a
very
huge
nice.
space.
Very
and
nice.
people are able to do those type of activities here as well.
Awesome.
So I'm going to take you on this side. This is our game room area / workout space / dance room. But this is mainly the whole concept was for our game room. But because we're on a healthy lifestyle living, we offer a healthy lifestyle.
Is there a light in here?
If they're on.
Oh, they're on. Okay, so it's kind of dark, but we see you.
Yes. Actually, this is a green building. So it's energy efficient. So until you walk in here, the lights will come on.
Very nice.
So they'll have to continue to grow as there's motion in here.
So we have a foosball machine here.
Pool table. We actually have some other games, but like I said, because we offer this room as a healthy lifestyle room, during the week, we offer line dancing classes on Monday. We have a Pilates class. We have a yoga class. Yoga is on Tuesdays. Pilates classes on Wednesdays. So we can't necessarily have all of the stuff out here.
So you have volunteers.
We do have volunteers.
Okay. So are we in need of more people who will volunteer their services?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
So this is imperative. People that will volunteer services like
for teaching, tutoring for homework. Also offering just their time to just come out and hang out with the kids, whether it's to play a sport with them, basketball, football, mentorship, just wanting to develop a one-on-one time with a young person who is in need of a great leader, especially males. That's a big thing for us is male influence.
Let's walk. We're going to go back to the light and keep talking about it. Where do you want to take me now?
We can go back this way.
Okay. We want to get into the light so you can see us here.
We definitely need a male
I like the green
influence.
room. so male influence is imperative.
Yes.
Yeah.
The reason being is because most of the times in low economical situations, the male is not present. But they do have male sons, but they just don't know how to be a man.
Exactly.
So you need a male role model, a positive one, not just anybody that just wants to be a role model, but a male positive role model. Somebody that has also been through the struggle, whether it's the struggle of finances, being a single parent, raised in a single parent home, but just someone that can actually relate to some of the kids. I don't want somebody that's going to come in there and just be like, oh, I made lots of money and I'm this, that, and the third, because our kids cannot relate to that. They need somebody that's been on their level but see the success of them.
Okay.
So that's always important. Working with kids, they need to see a successor. They need to see somebody that's actually been where they are or have came through some type of trauma or issue, and now they have a way out. Like, this is what they're doing now. You know, instead of being a basketball player or a football player, that's what they see, but they need to see the other side of that.
To be encouraged to go beyond.
So they can know that there's life after this, you know, and not just staying in your situation and just wanting to stay.
And one of the important things I found, speaking with actually relatives of mine who are in basketball and all that when you're in a sport, you should have something to fall back on.
You definitely do. Whether it's college or even just, if college is not your thing, a trade of some sort, you know. I mean, if we can find somebody who knows how to lay tile or know how to be a brick mason or just knowing a trade, that's a great thing because you can make a lot of money doing those things. People always need housework done.
Okay, so it doesn't take long to get into that. So we're going to take a walk outside?
Yes, come on.
Okay, let's go see what we have outside.
So this is our outside area out here. We have a basketball court, as you can see.
Oh, nice.
We have a playground area.
Okay, so we have a big basketball court. This is very nice.
Yeah.
And it's all fenced so the balls don't roll out into the streets and the kids going to get run over.
This court was actually redone recently. And then we have our playground area, a pavilion, and then we have our football field and our kickball field.
That's a nice little area for the children. Let's get a good look at that. That's nicely set up. Very nice. There's a lot for them to do there. And you've got a little gazebo down there. Somebody's down there hanging out. And it's all covered. It has little tables where people can eat. So this is not a bad area. See, this is important. I really want to emphasize the fact with you that the area we're looking at now is very safe. I don't feel, I feel very safe here. I feel that there are people within this community, in this neighborhood, who really want to see something better blossom out of this. And we're going to talk about that history in a few minutes.
Yes.
So we have the football field over here, baseball field, whatever. So we have plenty of things for people to do. It's a very clean area.
We're on this new mission for 2016. It's called Project Save Our Playground. And basically what it is we're basically trying Project Save Our Playground is we're trying to redo our playground area. Even though it's nice, it could be better. As you can see, we don't have a water fountain out here, and it's some things that do need to be cleaned up. So we're trying as a community to come together and redo our park and make it a beautiful place, a safe haven, more playground space, more swing sets, just make it an overflow so people will be able to enjoy it and inviting, especially when we have our kids come out here and do football. They can have a place for their younger siblings to come out.
Right.
This area here, making this a waterfall.
Oh, nice.
A water fountain area, and then having a wall that is dedicated to people that have donated. So if your family has donated or contribute to something to be built out here, your name will go on a brick on the wall, and it'll be your dedication.
Excellent. Now, see, also, I think you might need some seating.
Yes, and definitely
over here in the...
We're actually working with a group now to come up with a great way to incorporate how it would look, and then do some fundraising.
Okay, and now here's the deal, because see, you know, I'm the entrepreneur. I'm always thinking business. And as soon as she said that, here's what I realized. You make a contribution to this, and your name and your advertisement will go on there. Okay, so consider that. Absolutely.
Definitely. And we're trying to pull funds from the community. I think that's most important, is trying to get the community involved and let them know, like, they'll feel a sense of ownership. That's my main thing. If you feel like you contribute to something that you know is going to do a better good, you can leave today and come back years later and still see your name.
And you're going to help take better care of it. Absolutely. And that filters down to the generations. Exactly. But this, when we speak of this at the Carver Center, we're not speaking of just this small area of community. We're speaking of the whole beaches and Jacksonville. And most people know that I'm pretty on point when I say something, and I mean this. If you're going to complain about what the young people are doing, then put something into it and make a way for them to have another avenue to do something more positive, to give back to your city as a whole. So here's a great opportunity. So what we're going to do is take a break, and we'll be right back, and we're going to sit down and talk to Ms. Thomas more about the historical aspects of this community, so that you and the world will be informed. Okay, Cristina Palamek with On Point with Cristina. Join us in a few minutes. Thank you.